Hello everybody, really nice to see you, and back in my sitting room because with all the storms that we've had over the past few months, the roof blew off my she shed. But thankfully it's been put on just yesterday and I can get back to it, but everything's a little bit damp at the moment and we had to do an emergency evacuation of everything and a couple of things got spoiled, which is a bit sad. But if that was the only thing that went wrong over then pretty much that's amazing, because lots of people suffered really, really badly. So it's so nice to see you. It's so nice to be back in the groove again. And the challenge for this season, I think, is really about loneliness. And I've been doing a lot of journaling. And those of you who've watched my videos setting up this journal, you can see that actually I have now nearly finished it. I've only got a few. In fact, I think probably it will get finished today. And I'm moving on to a new one, which is a whole new setup. And it's because I've decided everything goes into my journal now. But I've been journaling quite a bit about loneliness, and this season seems to be for a lot of people, whatever role in society, really feeling that loneliness. So over the next few weeks, we're going to be examining that. We're going to be really digging into the hood. I'm going to be interviewing some friends of mine to talk about what loneliness has meant to them. And I don't think we're going to come to any conclusion apart from maybe that I shouldn't start with a conclusion, but it seems to me that when I speak to people, everybody has loneliness. And one of the things that I've noticed about myself, and when I began to investigate a bit, it became interesting that there is a body of opinion that believes that the feelings of loneliness are an instinctual drive to get company. So very much like most of us feel hungry at some point, and that leads us and drives us to get food. The feelings that we have inside of loneliness should be driving us to get company. And I think for me, that was such a massive revelation about the hunger instinct that I've got, that I mistook for excitement, or the other way around, I mistook excitement for traveling for hunger, and I overate massively and became very, very overweight. Those of you who know me a long time know that. And when I had that revelation about the fact that this stuff that was going on in my body was actually excitement about traveling, because every time I went to an airport or a railway station or a bus station or was packing or whatever, I would think, oh, I'm hungry, so I would eat. And I did a lot of traveling. So looking at whether or not that physical experience of loneliness is actually common, looking at whether it's common for all age groups, whether some people find a solution to loneliness. Is it connection? Is it self-awareness? Well, I have no idea how it rocks up for other people, the solution. For me, I don't think I feel lonely very often, but I've put things in place to counter that. And maybe that's a conversation we can have another time as well. But the journaling I want to just share with you today is some of the symptoms that I've seen in people when they're lonely. So, reading from my research here, that loneliness, when we dwell on it and it's in our head and in our experience, it creates anxiety. That we become anxious about a lot of things, not just loneliness. That it causes us to withdraw even further than we already have. So is loneliness attached to some sort of depression? It can give us this mindset and thought pattern that we are a victim of circumstances. And it then becomes, when I've suffered from it, it becomes all about me rather than being motivated by my faith, which is I'm here to be a blessing. I am already blessed and I'm here to be a blessing to others. So it brings that real focus into me and what's wrong with my life, rather than one of the roots that I've taken out of loneliness, which is gratitude and thankfulness. For me, when I've been suffering from loneliness, it's led me to instant gratification. So I was talking about the food, also, shopping, exercise, all those things that mean we get a buzz from it, and it's instant and it's comforting and soothing in some way, and we don't deal with the underlying issues. We can feel pretty hounded by these feelings and emotions of loneliness. Feeling like everywhere we go, we're chased by these thoughts or these sensations. And it can feel really, really out of control too. That we feel like there's no solution. It's in every part of our life. Everything hangs on this, and it can be really, really powerful hanging on to it. It also can make us feel really hidden. So hidden from other people, hidden from the world, almost hidden from ourselves as well, and definitely hidden from God. It can, in my experience, it sort of chokes out my generosity. It makes me focus on myself, and if I have any spare resources, then no, they've got to be saved for me. So it really, this whole thing about coming into myself and concentrating on me. And what I've noticed is that this thing about loneliness, it really fights to keep us separate. It's got almost like a life of its own that keeps me down and keeps other people down. It's very, very powerful. But I'm talking very much about my own experience of it, and I'm aware that my whole life has been very different than everybody else's, and I have a different way of thinking and being. I've had different experiences than you guys, and so actually we need to look under the hood, as they say, and not assume that there's simple answers, or really it's not a complex issue for our society. One of the ideas that I have is to create groups. We can call them cameo groups, coming and meeting each other, cameo. Because one of the solutions to loneliness has to be to meet with other people. So look for more notice. We'll be gathering maybe in one place to start with, somewhere pretty central, maybe London, to just have a conversation with a room full of people, and maybe you want to come to that. That would be great to see you. So it's a season, I think, of tackling some deep and big issues and understanding what everybody else is going through, rather than just telling you how to solve it. So guys, thank you so much for listening today. Thank you for all the work and the effort that you put into liking and commenting on my pieces that I put up. And I really, really appreciate it all. And I'm so very grateful that we're going on this journey together. So God bless and see you soon. Bye.